Let's talk some Thursday night football here, Brad, because we have a game tomorrow night, not the most competitive on paper, but it is a football game nonetheless. And I actually have a bet on it as well. The New England Patriots hosting the New York Jets. Jets are catching 13 on the road on a short week against the Patriots. Of course, no Garrett Wilson for the New York Jets. For New England, they're now the toast of the town. Buffalo lost. They have this lead in the AFC East. A lot of excitement for Drake May, Mike Vrabel in year one. This team, to me, they look like legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Like, if the Kansas City Chiefs are not going to win the AFC, and you say you have to pick another team, I would pick New England to represent the AFC. I don't really trust the Buffaloes and the Baltimores of the world, and I think Denver's flawed. I think these Colts are flawed. I think New England, with their quarterback and his upside as a young guy and a coach in Mike Vrabel, who's awesome in the postseason, I think the New England Patriots are that team once you get past the Kansas City Chiefs. But what do you think of tomorrow night's game? I know there's some big injury news from a fantasy standpoint that you want to get to starting in the New England backfield.
Yeah, look, we got the bombshell that dropped, and I've been waiting on pins and needles all diggity day long, and that was Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre is going to be out of action, and I'm still dealing with that toe setback. Terrell Jennings also very iffy with his lower body injury as well. So it's going to be the Travion Henderson show. The Ohio State product, again, I have to say that for copyright purposes, absolutely blew up in the box score last week. 147 yards, a pair of touchdowns. I think at a minimum, he's going to get 14 to 15 carries. Vrabel's already on record saying, hey, we got to get the ball more to him. Here is a golden opportunity to do it against a lackluster and meek opponent. Jets enter tonight, tomorrow night at number 22 in rush EPA defense. So we're in the bottom half of the league in that category. They're going over 100 rush yards per game just to running back. So I already bet on Travion on the over. It opened at 76.5 rush yards at BetMGM. There's absolutely no value, no meat on the bone in the anytime touchdown market. I think it's like minus 185. Last I checked there at BetMGM. So I would definitely look at maybe some of the alt markets, break out a step ladder. If you want to take him at 100 plus rush yards, very much of the cards and on the table in my estimation. New England's got a top 10 run blocking line, and the Jets just stink. And this game's going to be ultra positive in terms of game script. I know we've seen some wild and wacky and just downright stupid games on Thursday, and dogs have been barking, but who on the Jets is going to be able to move the football effectively? Maybe Breece Hall, but who's going to be the primary pass catcher? It's going to be Mason Taylor. It's going to be some other slouch. I mean, Justin Fields has been grossly inaccurate. Aaron Glenn, when asked about it, goes, hey, don't even ask me about the quarterbacks. I'm not going to talk about them. Like, he won't even address it. Like, they're an absolute train wreck, man. And the only way that anybody should stomach this game is firing out bets or riding your fantasy plays, period, end of story.
Yeah. What's Aaron Glenn's deal? like I want to stay there because he was asked earlier at the press conference this week saying like, hey, like, what's the injury news on Garrett Wilson, whatever. And he's like, hey, well, ask Rich, alluding to Rich Samini, ESPN New York Jets reporter who like broke the news that Garrett Wilson was going to miss the next 3 to 4 weeks. He's like, ask Rich. He's like, oh, is he going to go on IR? Well, Rich must know since he knows all that. It's like, he's like creating some like big like enemy in the New York media that doesn't really exist. I feel like most people are rooting for Aaron Glenn. He's a former Jet. He seems like he's a likable guy until he gets to these press conferences and is asked about injury news. And at that point, it's like, bro, you seem like you're just way out there. And it seems so unnecessary, especially when you look at the fact that he's coaching a team that is 2-7 and is absolutely atrocious. Like, at this point, if you're Aaron Glenn, this is time to be kind of nice to the media, isn't it? Like, I always joke about like Sean McVay about how he'll always address reporters by their names and say, hey, yeah, a good question, so-and-so, and this and that and all of that. That stuff pays off, man. It does. Because us in the media, what are we? We're narcissists. We're egotistical. And if you tell us that you know our names and you say that you love us and you are going to use our names and think of us in that regard, we're going to love you too. And if the Rams ever got up against it and had like 2 or 3 straight bad seasons, guess who they're not be calling for his job? It's not going to be Sean McVay. They ain't calling for his job because they like him. Aaron Glenn, you put another season like this out there when you're out here fighting the media unnecessarily, bro, you're going to be on the back pages, page 6, etc. And they'll be saying, get Glenn the hell out of here. I don't know why. He's doing themselves no favor whatsoever. It makes no sense, Brad. I don't get it.
No, I really don't get it either. Especially, you got to consider the market that you're in, right? It's the biggest market
Yes.
in North America. It's one of the biggest markets in the world. So you're going to be under the microscope constantly. Like you got to understand the gravity of how you're approaching these press conferences. Yes, you got to embrace the media. Yes, you need to be kind to them. You got to show some goodwill. You got to answer questions honestly, succinctly, give them the news bites, the sound bites that they're looking for, so they can go and do their damn jobs, which is spend the material and covering the team. And all you're doing is snowballing the negativity around the franchise. I just, man, I feel so bad for everybody in New York right now. And again, just a tremendous sports town. And the football products at the pro level that are trying out there right now are just so craptastic. They really are. And it's just mind-numbing to me. You're in that mecca of a market, and you can't get the elite talent there, whether on the field or apparently, on the sidelines with the coaching staff.
Makes no sense at all.